With the advent of the internet and also its subsequent development, which came with a lot of intriguing and exciting features, so much were happening so fast that people were way too excited about both sane and insane things they can do with the internet. By so doing, people readily provided every sensitive piece of information about them to the platforms/websites they were interacting or engaging with just for the promise that their data will be kept secure.
But along the line, the narrative changed. It then started dawning on them that the data they provided and trusted the platforms with were getting breached or leaked by most of the platforms themselves, or coordinated attacks that were carried out against the platforms by hackers. These have resulted in their account being hacked, their funds being stolen, their identities being stolen, and so much more.
I know how painful, disheartening, and frustrating it can be to know that those you trusted to keep your data and other sensitive information about you secured, are either the ones who expose these sensitive pieces of information for exploitation purposes or due to the limitations posed by the infrastructure, Web 2, that their security system is built on. That's why today, I'll be introducing to you a decentralized identity platform called Getaverse, but before I get to introduce Getaverse, let's look at what a decentralized identity is.
According to CSOonline.com, decentralized identity, also referred to as self-sovereign identity, is a model for identity management that gives individuals control over their own data. DID also advocates that every person has the right to own and control their own digital identity. DID is a key practice in the development of Web 3. The core goals of both DID, decentralized identity, and the Web 3 paradigm are: 1. To empower users to control their data, 2. Protect their privacy, and 3. Ultimately ensure their freedom through an open, censorship-resistant network. So then, what is Getaverse and how does it intend to implement all these features?
Getaverse is a blockchain credit system developed and deployed on several public chains. It aims to create an ecological metaverse service platform based on the Web 3 protocol for digital authentication system. Users will be able to receive a DID identity. They can use their DID to 1. Participate in the ecological use, 2. Improve their credit score by participating in different activities such as owning assets, stake mining, governance voting, etc. Aside from the DID, Getaverse gives it users. There are also an on-chain identity, or reputation, tags that each users will get based on their on-chain interactions with projects in multiple public chain. This identity tags are called soulbound tokens and they are non-transferable. These SBT are unique for each user and will follow the user forever as they will serve as their certificate. Next, what role will Web 3 developers play in Getaverse?
Are you a Web 3 developer? Then Getaverse got you covered. Getaverse's vision is to help you design better products by building a DID and a reputation system for Web 3. How is this possible? Getaverse allows Web 3 developers to customize NFTs for event proofs based on on-chain behavior or off-chain event, from NFT creation to distribution. For example, for event attendance NFTs, Web 3 developers need to upload whitelist addresses, upload NFT images, and set mint times using the following methods. Self-uploaded address list. Addresses collected by the Getaverse bot interaction with a contract in the chain, following a specific address. Retweeting a post/link, etc. Our next discussion is on how will Getaverse keep its users' sensitive information away from the public.
Getaverse intends using its data control system, which uses zero-knowledge proof, to allow users to openly share certain answers with the community while maintaining their privacy. By so doing, Web 3 developers no longer need to have all the information about the user when they perform an authorization to identify the user. Also, in the process of registering DID, users do not need to store their personal information on the claim initiation node or verification node. They only need to establish trust between the claim initiation node and the verification node in advance to make the claim system work properly. Lastly, I would like to introduce you to a very important feature, which is Getaverse Trusted Verifier Node. This is a kind of window into the Web 3 world that Getaverse seeks to provide, which will offer additional support and rewards to all participants who maintains this window. How does this work, is the next point of discussion.
Let's assume Alice needs to register an account with the identity management platform, and that is in the DID system. Alice has control, ownership, use and access to her own associated data. The claim initiator will issue the claim. Alice has registered an account with ID identifier. The identity must be presented to a verifier with a person who has established a trustworthy relationship with the claim. This claim submitted is then compared with the publicly available identifier by the verifier for approval or rejection.
And the good news is that on December 26, 2022, Getaverse proudly announced the successful operation of this incentive verifier node on its testnet phase. In conclusion, there are also lots of cool features that Getaverse tends to provide for Web3 users and developers too, and these features include Getaverse credit system, Web3 application platforms and so on. Getaverse ecosystem value.
To learn more about services provided by Getaverse, please visit their official sites. Links are in the description below.